Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome! Your faces back to First Strike, hosted by myself, Brandon Friesen, and the lovely, the beautiful, the well-groomed Shane Wall.
Yeah.
His beard is getting to a magnificent length, and I'm very proud of him.
We have to address the hat.
Do we, though?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it looks that ugly. I think...
I didn't say it was ugly. I just said we have to address it.
I mean, it's the same hat you wear every day. It's just a black baseball cap. I don't see why we have to bring it up. I think it's pretty... I think it's nice. I think you have a nice hat.
We'll let the comment section dictate who's got the better hat.
Alright. Would you vote for Shane's boring black... What looks like a beanie from this angle.
Does it?
It's a baseball cap. Actually, it's a snapback.
No. I'm wearing it backwards. Take a look.
Is it a snapback? I don't know what it is.
It is not.
I thought it was a snapback.
Man, you're a complete retard at this.
Well, flip it around.
What do you mean flip it around?
Your hat. Is it really a beanie? I can't tell what you're wearing.
It's a hat.
Yeah, but... Like, what kind of hat?
It's a normal hat. I'm wearing it backwards.
Okay, well...
If it was a snapback, you'd see these things right here.
It's a snap... Whatever. I don't
It's
care.
not a snapback.
And I'm wearing a green fedora.
Oh, man.
Because I got it for 75 cents at a thrift shop.
See, if we've lost like 6 viewers already because of this shit.
Because of my hat?
Yeah.
If you saw a green fedora for 75 cents that only has like a 60% chance of having lice in it, would you or would you not buy it?
I wouldn't. I tried it on, it didn't fit me.
Well, okay, you have a big head. And I think this thing was made for young audiences. Anyway, everybody, welcome back to First Strike, brought to you by my green hat. Today, we are... I think it's going to be a bit of a shorter episode.
Well, that's what you're saying now.
I think, yeah, I did say... I think I thought that last time, too. It ended up being an hour.
Yeah, we went way too long last time.
So we're hoping that never happens again, but hey, it could happen again. I'm open to the idea.
It might.
So, let's get this thing started. Shane, please open us up with today's news.
With the news.
With the news. Brought to you by Anchorman Shane Wall.
No, I don't got the good radio anchor voice. But my favorite piece of news is still on this No Man's Sky thing.
It's not my hat?
No.
Oh. It's a little disappointing.
I still can't believe this game and the backlash it's getting. It's so bad that Hello Games, the publisher, the maker, all that stuff of this game, they've completely been non-existent on social media. They haven't said a damn thing since release. They've gotten so much shit. They haven't even addressed it at all. They have been gone. Like, nothing's happening, and they're still getting shit on all over the place. Yeah. So, I'm enjoying that. I think that's a great... I don't know.
I think you're just happy you were right.
Probably.
I think you'd be upset if like the game was a success, and
yeah,
just because you called it beforehand.
I love calling stuff. It's one of my favorites.
Give you a good sense of power.
Yeah. In other news, another game I'm very excited for, way more than No Man's Sky. Persona 5 released in Japan. It sold very well. They moved, I think, 80% of what they made in physical copies in the first day.
In the first day? Wow.
First day.
That's incredible.
So that sold well. I'm excited for that to come here. It comes to North America in February, I think.
Oh, that's pretty soon. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. I'm going to be playing the shit out of that, and I can't wait. That's going to be awesome. For Forza 3, Horizon.
Okay, bud.
Forza Horizon 3.
Okay, alright, who cares?
I don't.
It's Forza.
But it's getting nines and a halves all over the place.
It's still Forza.
Yeah, but people are making a big deal out of this game.
But it's Forza.
Yeah.
The one game everybody has for their...
Yeah, I don't care for it at all, but people love it, so whatever. I haven't done any sort of Xbox news of any kind before, so I had to throw it in.
Okay, fine.
That's
Xbox's biggest title right now?
Yeah.
That's their biggest title.
You're repping Xbox with the green hat, so we might as well draw a big black X on there.
I plan to get the Extra Life logo on the front, and it's going to become the official mascot's hat of the Extra Life GameShop.
I don't know.
No, but what's going to happen is we're going to make your little brother rep this thing around.
Yeah, we can do that.
And we're going to laugh at him.
Yeah, he's down for that for sure.
See, there we go.
Yeah, he'll be down.
Boom.
Another thing, we've got, not really a rumor of the NX, but there will be a Pokemon game on the NX.
That's interesting.
I guess.
Unless it's like another Pokken tournament.
It would be like Nintendo saying, yeah, we're making Mario for the NX,
Yeah.
And
Big
then that
shock.
would be the whole conference.
I'm hoping it's another Pokemon Stadium game, like on the 64, which I know you don't care about, because
No.
you're not a Pokemon guy.
No.
But the game was great. So seeing something like that again on a home console would be pretty cool.
Yeah. But the one interesting part of it is, and this is a direct quote from, I forget who it was. Surely remember that part.
Satoru Iwata. Oh, wait.
No, it was,
Wait. He's dead. My mistake.
yeah, R.I.P. It was one of the main guys at Game Freak. They said that the NX is trying to change the concept of what it means to be a handheld console and a home console.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
I really hate the sound of that.
That sounds like some bullshit Nintendo Wii U gamepad crap.
Exactly.
And I don't want that.
So I'm really not down for that. That made me very, very nervous. But it happened. That's what he said. Whatever. Deal with it. It's gonna suck.
Man,
It's gonna
sucks.
suck.
No, that's so
We
disappointing.
know it's gonna suck, and that is very unfortunate.
I have this string of faith for Nintendo, and it always just...
That quote...
No, that
loses me.
ruins
really-
so much for me.
It's just a quote, but that's enough for me to know that this is not gonna be what everybody wants.
Mm-mm. Don't combine the two things. They're
No.
meant to be different.
They are different. You've been treating them differently for 25 years. Maybe they're supposed to be different.
Yeah, maybe that's
Maybe?
maybe that's what's worked for 25 years. So don't fuck with it. There's an idea I
Hey,
had.
it's an idea. But why not make it all the same thing?
Going bankrupt. That's an idea Nintendo seems to have.
They're on the right path for that.
They're going the right way.
It's-
And they seem to want it.
yeah, they're going to get there. They're going to get there, and then my bet with you is going to be correct. And I can't wait.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Can't wait.
I'm ready to take your $50.
No, you'll never see that $50. So, Microsoft's new console, Project Scorpio, it's going to be similar to the PS4 Pro, but it's going to be more powerful. All the games for that console are going to run at 4K.
All the games?
All the
All the
games.
first party games? Or
All
like
the
every
games.
game?
All the games coming out from that point on will be able to run in 4K. And that has not been at all confirmed with the PS4 Pro.
Okay.
So this thing's going to be a beast.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's a really good thing Sony's putting out their PS4 Pro before this. And I think they rushed it a little bit because they know that Project Scorpio is going to be huge.
Yeah. Think about the technology that takes. 10 years ago, the GameCube was
Yeah.
like...
But the only thing is, like, what percentage of gamers you figure play on a 4K TV?
Very
Real.
few. Like, I would say 5% and under.
Probably.
But, like, the fact that it's an option is cool. I think that's
Yeah.
a big step. And
Yeah,
eventually 4K will be the standard. Like,
Sure.
Like, that'll come in time. Just like no headphone jacks on phones is going to be the standard.
Well, yeah, naturally.
Naturally, because Apple...
we don't need those.
No, we don't need them. No one uses headphones.
No.
We listen to the speaker alone every time we listen to music.
Yeah, does it have stereo speakers at least in that thing?
It does.
Oh, okay.
But not like the nice kind where it's like on the top and bottom of the front. They're on, if I'm remembering this correctly, both on the bottom but at the sides.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it's still kind of,
So still kind of trashy?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, Apple and trash go together very well, so that works for me.
Yeah.
The last piece of news. The Last Guardian has been delayed again. I don't know if you're familiar with this game. It's by the makers of Shadow of the Colossus and Eco on the PS2.
Man, that's a game I need to play.
Which one?
Shadow of the Colossus. I hear so many good things.
Yeah?
You didn't seem very sure about that. You seem to disagree with my...
It's
My rumors.
it's dated now. At the time, it would have blown your mind. It feels pretty dated.
Well, I've heard the storyline too, and just the game as like a whole is like a 10 out of... Well, a 9 out of 10 experience from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's probably worth a play for you.
Okay.
But this game was announced in 07.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
9 years, huh?
And it hit development hell. We didn't hear a damn thing for years about this game. And then they finally announced it at E3 last year, I think. So and then it got another slight delay. I don't understand why they need 9 years to make this game.
What is this? It's like a 3 out of 10. It's not
Yeah.
that great. It's a short game.
It's weird as hell.
That is strange.
It's weird.
What's the company developing it?
What's their name? I don't know. I forget. Ingenious or something?
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Was it originally announced on like the 360?
No, this is PS3, PS4 only.
Okay.
Well, it was announced for PS3, never showed up. PS4.
So now it's like PS5.
Yeah, it's an
material.
extremely Japanese game. It's very weird.
Okay.
But it's there. Yeah, that wraps it for the news. Nothing too crazy happened. Yeah, there we are.
Yeah, same goes for store trades. Not a lot happened this week, but we did have a few things that are worth mentioning. One being something that happened when I wasn't here, and I feel like that's becoming a trend with all the fun stuff that happens in the shop. Some nugget guy came in.
Oh.
That's all I have to say about it. Shane can probably...
This guy walks in, and he's been in before, and I know this guy's already a complete whack job, because I've seen him before. But he walks in, and he's holding a Subway bag. Okay? He's got Subway. You Americans know what Subway is. It's all good.
Yeah.
So he walks in the door, and he just yells, "Who's got nuggets?" And all of us, between the board shop and the game shop, are like, what? What is this guy's talking about? And he just keeps on going. He's like, "I've got nuggets!" Like, what?
Fucking lunatic.
Just like crazy. And then he's asking me for certain games, and he's asking if I have these fighting games, and he starts doing these fighting motions and stuff. Finally, he picks up a game, Tekken 4 or whatever it was, pays for the game, leaves the game on my desk, leaves, comes back 2 hours later, and then he's already talking about Tony the Tiger and Frosted Flakes and how you need to eat like a tiger. Oh my goodness, this guy was weird.
Oh, that's so good. I like we forgot the game he bought and left it on your
he left
counter.
it on the desk.
You didn't tell me the Tony the Tiger thing. That's gonna...
No, I didn't tell you that?
No, that's just random.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Gotta eat like a tiger.
Yeah, eat like a tiger.
None of that cornflake bullshit.
We like sugar.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny. A lot of whack jobs come to the shop, and they're always fun to deal with.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, in terms of actual things we've got into store trades, we got a couple rarer than the standard consoles. Crystal Xbox came in with the Crystal controller, which is cool.
It's a very nice looking machine. I've always liked that one.
My buddy owned one, and he gave it to me once upon a time, but for whatever reason, it would not play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which is why I wanted the system.
Oh.
It was just that disc it wouldn't play, and I don't understand why. So I traded it with my buddy, to get his original looking Xbox, and for some reason the game worked on that just fine, which was kind of sad. I didn't want to do it because I thought the Crystal Xbox was really cool.
It does look very cool.
It's quite pretty.
And it came with 2 matching controllers.
Yeah, you got 2, which is that's pretty freaking sweet.
Yep, I was down for that.
And we also got 2 silver slim PS2s, which is less rare than the Crystal Xbox. Not that either are super rare, but
No. The
I know,
Xbox is more rare than the silver PS2s for sure.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, they're still cool that we got them in. I like them. I think they look kind of pretty. And Shane's kind of a douche. Today, I noticed that we had some strategy guides in the shop. And I nonchalantly collect strategy guides just because they're cool to have. I want to have a shelf of them at some point. And there's this nice Oblivion one that came with like a map inside of it. I was like, oh, this thing's pretty sweet. So I just casually mention it, like I want to pick this up sometime. Couple hours later, this little brother, Shane's little brother, comes and distracts me with Mario Bros. 1 while he sells the damn strategy guide to some asshole who hangs out in the skate shop. Like,
Yeah.
you had to do that today? Like the day I brought up that I...
Well, he saw it before you did. He was in the other day and saw it. He bought the Skyrim one that I got in. And he was coming back, he's like, I'm thinking about getting this one. And I told him, Brandon is going to kill you if you buy this one. So you should buy it right now. That was it. Done. It's like, yeah, let's do it.
Man, that pissed me off.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Like, that just kind of shit on my mood. But
Well, there's a nice Hitman one for you.
that one is nice. It's hardcover.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I want it, just because you're going to sell it if I tell you that. There's also an Assassin's Creed one, which I kind of like too. But that one, the one I really wanted is gone now. So, what's that phrase from it? Fuck you. That's, yeah.
I'm not familiar with this phrase.
Really? People refer that phrase to you a lot, actually, when you're not around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's nothing new. And probably the funniest story. Nugget guy was pretty funny, but we have a claw machine in the shop. Which you may or may not know. And I also wasn't here for this because I'm not fun, apparently.
Yeah, you picked the bad times.
I pick bad times to not be around.
You do.
But there's all these little dudes who hang out at the skate shop, and Shane locked one of them in the claw machine.
Yeah, we threw one of them in the claw machine, we locked it, we turned it on, we put money in the machine, we were operating the claw, going after this guy.
Just chasing the kid around with the claw on the freaking machine. I don't know if you ever grabbed him at any point or if you were just chasing him.
No, he kept on pushing it away, but we kept going after him. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
Yeah, apparently, Shane died. Apparently, people were saying no one has ever seen you laugh that much before.
Yeah, that was worth every penny of it.
You didn't spend any money.
Well, I put $1 in there.
Yeah, but it's still in there.
Yeah, I can go get
and
it.
You can go get it.
But it's still there, and I don't have it.
I mean, I guess that's fair. It's in the shop, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of store trades and store stories, that's really all we've got this week. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully, next week, we're going to have something really big to talk about.
Yeah.
If Shane's buddy ever gets done with his with his stuff. But yeah, we're going to move on to a quick fire reviews. I feel like I need a sound effect. Like a gun or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like a sword clash. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys don't know how this works, I have written down, so let it be written, so let it be done. I've written down 15 games, totally assorted, random miscellaneous games, and Shane is going to review them in one word to a sentence to just a short spiel of letters.
Letters.
Are you ready?
Do I have to say each individual letter
No,
first?
please don't.
Okay.
It's going to piss people off. Me, mostly. But we're going to open this up with Battalion Wars for the GameCube.
Battalion Wars is one of those games that your science teacher would assign to you to play.
Oh.
To learn about physics and all that bullshit.
Really?
So it's not very much fun.
Really?
Yep.
I thought you liked that game.
No.
Wow.
Absolutely not.
That's surprising. You were sad when Kai came in and picked it up.
Because it was factory sealed.
Okay, I was thinking that might be why you were.
That's the only reason.
Okay. Next we have Donkey Kong Country 1.
Donkey Kong Country is such an overrated game that people freaked out about because of the graphics, but it's actually not that good. It lacks in gameplay. It's not very much fun.
I'm not big on the Donkey Kong Countries. I wish I could like this. One of those, like, because it's a big franchise, I wish I could like it, but it's like, I don't care that much.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Fallout 3.
Oh, man. Fallout 3 is the type of game that you'll never forget the first time you get out of the vault. That feeling of just complete, you have no idea what's going on, you've got this whole vast world to explore and everything. It really is a special feeling that not many games have given me.
That's on my list of somewhat, I don't know, of the Xbox 360 generation titles I need to play still. Which is actually all of them. Because I only recently bought a 360. Let's go with Army Men.
Where did you get
Sergeant
that 360?
P&P Games.
No, I don't think so.
I think it was P&P
No.
Games. No, I ordered it off eBay.
I don't think you did.
I think I did. No, I think I did.
I don't think
For
you
a
did.
for a good price too.
I feel like I sold it to you for like $300.
Oh, that could be right. My memory's a little foggy. Yeah, let's go with Army Men Sarge's Heroes, which is the first one.
It's way better on the Dreamcast than on the 64 and PS1.
Really?
Surprisingly fun for Army Men. I hated the toy. The game is much better than the toy.
I loved the toy, which is why I loved the game.
Really?
Yeah. I liked it on the N64, because that's what I played it on. I know the game was like... The cutscenes were better. I think it was just better on the PS1, but I still like it better on the N64. I don't know what the Dreamcast version changed.
It's way better.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to give that a shot then, if I can ever stop. If I can ever get over that controller, because I don't like it.
It's a great controller, man.
Apparently. We'll move on to the original Punch-Out.
Original Punch-Out
Yeah.
is more of a memory game than a punching game.
For real?
Yeah.
A memory game in what way? Like...
And you need to press the certain button combinations to miss the punches, or else you'll never beat Mike Tyson. Ever.
Oh. Well, there you go. Boom. This is going to be my favorite game of all time on my favorite system, the Nintendo GameCube. Great title. If you haven't picked this up, it's a 10 out of 10 experience. The Universal Studios Tour disc that comes on the GameCube.
Is the first time I've spent money on a game to purposely experience how shitty it is.
Just to see how bad it was? Or how stupid it was?
And I wish I could have my money back.
What'd you spend on it originally? If you can even
Probably like $20 maybe.
Oh, steep.
Yeah.
I think you have it in the shop for $8.
That's probably the exact same one I bought.
I wouldn't.
Like
Yeah, I would
10
imagine.
years ago.
I'd offer you a toonie for it. Let's go with Battle Tanks on the Nintendo 64.
Is the shittier version of Vigilante 8.
I think Battle
It's
Tanks
like
was
that-
the bigger game though. Like
It was, but that's kind of like your really annoying little brother that
Nathan.
just hangs around all the time.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That people seem to like better for some reason, but you don't really know why.
That's kind of how people feel about
That's kind
me.
of how it is.
It's kind of people feel about me. That's a common.
Yeah, you have that little brother vibe.
I do.
Yeah.
But people still like me better than my brother. Doom 3.
Doom 3 took a huge step back in the soundtrack department,
Oh.
but it still is a good game.
I love how you can think of something for every game I put on this list. Like, I could put some obscure title in the Panasonic 3DO, but you would still have something to say about it.
Probably, yeah.
And I appreciate that, and that's why you do the reviews and not me. Mario
We'll
Party
switch
3.
it up one day.
Oh, God. Okay, sure. Make sure they're only GameCube titles. First party GameCube Mario Party 3.
Mario Party 3 is hands down the best Mario Party game.
What? Really?
Hands down.
That is not what I expected. You've told me 4 was your favorite.
No,
Which is my favorite.
That is not what I've said.
You've said that.
I said I played 4. I was most disappointed in 4,
What?
and I haven't played it in years. So
3's your favorite, not 2? 3
nope,
is?
3.
I never hear anyone talk about 3 or care about 3.
3 is so much better than 2. It's not even funny.
We're gonna need to play that sometime if you ever get it in the shop again.
It's so much better.
Wow, I did not expect that. A game that only you know about, Kings of Chaos. I was running low on titles.
Wow. Kings of Chaos is the best word-based online MMO I've ever played, and also the only one I've ever played.
It's a really shitty game. It's not even a game, it's all text. I'm not gonna explain it. If you want to know what it is, look it up. Let's move on to Baton Katos? Baton Katos? Baton Katos? Baton. That GameCube title that you're getting. Baton Katos.
Haven't played it since it came out back in, I don't know, 04 maybe, 05.
Yeah.
Looked up a little gameplay of it, and I was blown away by the graphics. I can't wait to play it. I probably won't put it on sale. I'm going to play it first.
There you go. I wouldn't mind trying it out either. Turok 2.
Turok 2... I've never played Turok 2.
Wow. I like how 5 seconds ago I just said, I like how you
Yeah.
can always say something about every game on my list.
Yeah. Didn't sell as well as Turok 1. I know that.
I'm a little disappointed.
That's all I got.
My heart sank
Yeah,
a
you
little
picked
there.
a good one there.
My heart sank. I think my goal in this list is to pick games you don't know. Metroid Prime 2.
Metroid Prime 2 was in that position where they have to follow up a 10 out of 10 game, like a mind-blowing game, and they actually did a pretty solid job on it. Not many games can do that. So props to them.
I mean, I hear people say they like the first one a lot better. Like, I rarely hear people say they like the second better.
Yeah, but the second one was still solid.
Fair enough. Echo the Dolphin.
Is the type of game that most people have no idea there's a game in this game. They play the first level, they feel like you're just kind of swimming around in this fish tank and that's all it is. But there's a real game, you just gotta look for it.
You gotta look for it? Yeah, okay. I mean, sure. I'll take that. And we'll end off our list with a game that we have already talked about, but I'd like to just see how you would review it in one word, or one sentence. No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky is probably the worst game you can spend your money on right now.
Right now.
You'd be better off buying lottery tickets, losing on those lottery tickets, and then using that as breakfast in the morning.
Nice.
It would be a better way of spending money.
Somebody commented here, and Shane looks like he'd suit a EFC announcer. How do you feel about that?
UFC or
EFC.
EFC.
EFC, and it's an epic fighter, apparently.
Epic.
Epic Fighter Center. Epic Fighting Center.
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna assume you're just an announcer. Do you think you could pull that off?
Maybe.
I think you could. If you really were drunk enough. I think
Yeah,
you could.
probably. Yeah, we can make anything work.
And that'll do it for quickfire reviews. Thank you for participating once again, Shane. You are a wonderful man. And we're going to move on to our 3-topic discussion. Today, we're going to be opening this up with Shane. How will we be opening this up?
Topics?
Yes, topics.
I wasn't listening there for a bit.
Our 3-topic discussion.
Number 1, are video games better
Right.
the second time you play it than the first time you play it?
I'd have to say, and this is a kind of a cop-out to this question, it depends on the game.
Oh, good one.
Absolutely depends on the game.
Good one.
Because, like, if I play through Superman 64 once, it's gonna be shit. If I play through it again, I think it's gonna be equally shit. But then you got games like... I think it depends on the atmosphere of where you are and how you're playing it and where you're playing it and when you're playing it on each time. Because the first time I played... let me pick a game. What's the game I love? Paper Mario. I really enjoyed it. I thought that's an experience to look back at and just have so much nostalgia for. But at the same time, when I think about it the second time that I played through it, because for whatever reason I can remember every playthrough of that game.
Really?
I can remember every single time I played through it. In every spot, in every place, every... whatever. And I had more fun the first time, but I still immensely enjoyed it the second time. Because, I don't know, I think it was because the first time I played through it, my brother was there the whole way through. And we kind of played through it together. The second time is when I got my own N64 and I was playing it alone in my room. So, I don't know, I think my brother being there was like a big thing for me in that game.
You like that better?
Yeah. Overall, I would say the first time generally is better. But there are occasions where the second time is better. I did not like Sonic Adventure Battle 2 the first time I played it.
Sonic Adventure Battle 2.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. My mistake.
Or Sonic Adventure 2, as us old school Dreamcast fanboys like to call it.
That's true. I played it on the GameCube though, so... I didn't like it the first time I played it, but the second time I played it, I thought it was really cool.
Okay, did you play through it the first time, or...
I got about halfway through. I still haven't beat it to this day.
See, okay. That sort of counts, but not really.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I borrowed it the second time. The first time... Actually, I borrowed it both times. I rented it the first time. I borrowed it the second time. So I'm only halfway through the first time and I had to return it. And the second time I borrowed it. And I made it farther than the first time, and I had a lot more fun playing through it the second time. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it was because there wasn't like a rental limit, a time limit for it.
Could be.
But yeah, I did enjoy one of the second. What would you say?
I would say that it depends on the genre of the
Okay,
game.
oh, good one! Good one, yeah.
I feel like 99.9% of RPGs are better the second time around.
RPGs, okay.
Yeah. Because now you've gone through the entire story, you know how the game works, you know which bosses you're going up against. The second time through, you can do different things throughout the game. You can take on more side quests, you can do it differently. You just understand it all better. But anything that is very heavily story-based is always going to be better the first time.
That makes a lot of sense. I can agree with that, actually. I laughed at you saying genre, but that makes sense. Because if you're playing through a platformer, you play through it once, it's cool, you had fun,
Yeah.
but that was the game. You know what it is now.
Yeah.
With an RPG game, there's stuff to miss. And there's
everywhere.
Yeah, you will miss things the first time, even the second time. So playing through it again is still like it's a new experience. So I can see how that does make a lot of sense to me, yeah.
Yeah, and some of the best games to play the first time would be like The Last of Us or BioShock, stuff like that. That, although it can be good the second time around, it still won't be that groundbreaking experience of the first time, where you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Exactly. A story is always best the first playthrough because it's new, it's fresh, and it's something to still get invested in. So I gotta fix my hat. This is very important. I need to look prettier for all the men in the chat. Boys, if you will. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I would say. RTS games are never fun. Ever.
Yeah.
The second time, the ninth time through,
No.
they get a little better, I would say. No?
No,
they're just always bad.
RTS get worse every playthrough.
They get terrible the more you move on. But yeah, I think that covers that. I don't know if you want to throw anything else in there. If the chat wants to participate, give us your opinion on that. Absolutely.
Like any sport game will be better the second and the third and the 1,000th and the 10,000th time than the first time. You don't play a round of Rocket League and that was your most fun in your entire
That's true.
life.
Okay, fine. There are games.
So,
yeah.
It can really be broken down to genres. Same with first-person shooters. No first-person shooter is going to be the best the first time you play it.
I think the main reason for that is when you play through an RPG game, or like a game with story. The draw to that is the story, and you kind of play through it relatively the same way every time. In sports titles and stuff like that, the goal isn't to follow the story or to make the end. It's to get great at the game.
Yeah.
So once you're great at the game is probably when you're gonna have your best experiences, or on the route there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I would say on that.
All right.
Moving on, I think we should do handheld next. Our favorite handheld.
Okay.
For some reason, I was thinking about that when Shane messaged me the other day about this one, about what my favorite handheld was. I was thinking so hard about what Shane's was, and for some reason I couldn't think of it, even though he's mentioned it about like 90,000 times. So I'm almost confident I know what he's going to say, but I'm going to say the Game Boy SP. That is my favorite. I bet you could have expected that.
That would have been my guess.
That's what I thought you would, yeah. I loved how it could flip open.
Yeah.
I thought that was so fucking cool.
That was a big deal.
Like, that made it so much cooler than the original Game Boy Advance for whatever reason.
But you're missing the number one reason why it was better than the Game Boy Advance.
The lighting?
Yes.
The lighting was so much better. It had a backlit screen, to a degree.
You younger people have no idea what it was like to play a non-backlit screen for all those years.
Shit.
It sucks.
I had a Game Boy for a short time, so I did experience it, but I didn't have years and years of trauma with it. But yeah, I respect what the backlit screen was, because you don't have to shine a lamp onto the screen to see anything.
Yeah, it's true. And they came out with these little worm lights that you plugged in,
yeah,
and then it would flash down on the screen, and you still couldn't really see it because it was so much glare from these lights that, whatever, it was a complete shit show. But that's all we had for years, and then Nintendo announced this thing, and I will never forget that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that was the E3 of, 2004 maybe? 2003 when they showed that off?
Yeah, that would be with the right time.
Or it was Space World, I can't remember. But man, did that just blow my mind that it was a backlit screen.
Yeah. No, and it flips. Let's not forget, it flips open.
Yeah.
That's a big deal to me.
But let's not forget the first backlit handheld.
The
Come on.
The first...
Do you know what it is?
I know. Obviously, it's...
You're right, the Game Gear.
The Game Gear! It was obviously the Game Gear. Right?
The first backlit console that came out years before this Game Boy Advance SP. Sega knows their shit. They know how to do it. They're good at coming out on top and having this awesome thing, and then they just kind of shit themselves, and they don't know what's going on anymore.
Apparently, yeah.
So, whatever. So what are your favorite games on this SP? What are your favorite parts of it?
Well, that would be, aside from the backlit screen and the flipping, that would be the reason I love the Game Boy SP. It's got a couple of my favorite things on it. One of it's being Pokemon Emerald. Shane's not a big Pokemon guy, but that is my all-time favorite Pokemon game. Well, I mean, like, main story Pokemon game. It was the second one I'd ever played. I played Fire Red first, but I thought Emerald was such an improvement. The music in that game was wonderful. The story was great. All the third generation Pokemon they added were just, I don't know, a big step, and I thought it was super cool. And I don't know, I was younger at the time, so playing through it, I didn't own an SP. I would take my brother's out of his room when he wasn't home, and I'd play on that. And it was great. And, yeah, I don't know, Pokemon Emerald was a big deal. But my brother also had a game, the first in the series, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
Yeah.
That's where that whole idea started, which I don't like anymore. But at the time, I loved it.
It's still pretty solid.
It is, but I have a very bittersweet relationship with it because it's what is replacing Paper Mario, which I think is miles above Mario and Luigi Super. Yeah,
100%.
But whatever, they decided that that's going to be the RPG. That's a whole other topic. Yeah, my first time playing through that game was really cool. The humor in it was awesome. It wasn't quite what Paper Mario was, but like it was another Mario RPG game. So it was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. The battle mechanics were interesting. And yeah, I think I enjoyed Pokemon Emerald a little more. But I did have a lot of good memories with it. Especially considering I didn't even own these games. They were just my brother's that I was playing whenever I could. And yeah, I guess that's all my reasoning for that. I mean, the cable to your GameCube for games was pretty fucking cool.
But it wasn't exclusive to the SP. It was still on the Advance.
Was it too? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was on both or not. So I don't know, in Animal Crossing, be able to finally go on that dock and see what the hell happened.
Heck yeah!
Man, that was cool.
Yep.
I only did that like 4 years ago. I finally ordered the damn cable. I'm like, I'm gonna find out what is over there. And yeah, I did that, and it was cool. I enjoyed it.
Good work.
So yeah, that would be my favorite handheld.
The rechargeable battery was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was the first Nintendo console to have a rechargeable battery. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
People nowadays don't understand how annoying it was. Batteries were gold. Like, growing up in school, having Walkmans and then eventually Discmans, MP3 players, these all took batteries. It didn't take these fancy lithium-ion batteries that you just plug in when it's dead. No, you had to go to the freaking dollar store and buy these cheap piece of shit batteries all the time. I really don't miss that part.
It's about like a 50-pack of them and go crazy.
They were expensive back then. They were like 4 times more expensive because the demand for it was so much higher.
Yeah, I hear you.
So what was your favorite color of SP?
Oh, definitely the blue one. The blue-purple one.
Yuck.
I loved that one because it matched my GameCube. That's why I liked it.
No, you're wrong.
I also like the red one.
No, you're still wrong.
Oh, those would be my 2 favorites.
No, they're not.
Okay, please enlighten me to what is the best one.
The NES version, where your SP looked like an NES, that is your favorite version.
You're right. That is my favorite version. I've never seen it. Never heard of it up until this moment.
What?
Nope.
Are you for real?
Never. Nope.
I don't believe you.
Never seen it. Never heard
I
of it.
really don't believe you.
No, I've never seen it.
Come on.
Never seen it, but anything that's skinned with an NES is my favorite thing. Shane got a couple wallets in the store today, which have an NES skin on them, and I think they look really freaking awesome.
Tell me that doesn't look better.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's pretty cool.
See, I told you that was your favorite one.
I've never seen this before, though. Like, for
Wow.
real. I've for real never seen this. Was this marketed, like,
Yeah.
just as much as the
Yeah.
other? Wow. So they're common?
No.
Hmm.
No, they go for a lot more money now.
Yeah, no, that is really cool. I'd be
Yeah.
down for one of those.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that one. See if we can...
Maybe you can display it. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that made that system my favorite. Those were the 2 big games for me. I'm trying to think of other ones.
They really started porting a lot of their Nintendo and Super Nintendo stuff onto it, which really kickstarted the whole virtual console thing on the Wii, all that stuff. They saw the demand in the market for this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I played Mario World on it. And that was the first time I played Mario World. I didn't play it on the SNES. I played it on the Game Boy.
All the ports were great.
Yeah.
Aside from the sound, the ports were pretty much bang on.
Yeah, I remember enjoying it. Like, I didn't... Granted, I never played the original, but, like, I played it on the Game Boy Advance for the first time, and it was a lot of fun. That's my only experience with that game, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've never... I own it on the SNES, but I haven't actually played it. No, that's not true. I think I brought it in here for store credit.
Maybe.
Whatever. Your favorite console?
My
Handheld.
favorite handheld console. I like to be one of those OG hipsters and say it's the Wonder Swan or the Atari Lynx or something like that.
I love the Wonder Swan.
But I have to go with the Vita still.
Yeah, I knew it!
I have to.
I knew it!
I would love to pick something else, but I just can't.
Just so I'm not right, you want to pick something else?
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
that's the main reason.
Figured.
But I knew you were going to pick Game Boy Advance, and my fondest memories are with the original Game Boy. I have a lot of great memories on there.
Okay.
But the Vita being basically a portable PS1 RPG machine,
Yeah.
it's just tough to top that.
Well, I know you're a big RPG guy.
I love my RPGs. Love them.
Is that the only reason you like it? Just because the RPGs?
The original model has the OLED screen, which looks beautiful. The battery life is great. It's not very comfortable to play. You have to buy a little controller shell for it, then it feels really nice.
Okay.
But the amount of games on it is awesome. Yeah, I love that thing. It's a fine piece of plastic.
I'm always conflicted about handhelds because I prefer consoles miles more than a handheld. I just like the idea of sitting down with a controller on a monitor now, not a TV, because monitors are better.
Monitors are always better.
They're actually just better. I don't care if you're a console guy or a PC guy, just use a monitor instead of a TV.
Absolutely.
I just like that more than holding the whole thing in your damn hand with a small screen, because I have bad eyesight as is, so it's like...
Oh, just fix that.
Oh yeah, I'll go do that right now.
We have a eye wash station.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go hit up the optometrist.
Right on.
Yeah.
Alright,
No.
catch you later.
Yeah, do your thing.
Well, now that him and his damn garbage green hat's gone, we can finally continue with the real podcast. Now he just threw it at me. Well, whatever, it's all good. So we're going to move on to topic 3. I think we pretty much handled everything we need on favorite handhelds. I think.
Yeah, probably.
No?
No, we did.
You have more to add to it at all?
I mean, I have no experience.
Any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. I think the 3DS is really cool. I think Nintendo puts too much time into it.
Yeah.
And they treat it more like a console than their actual consoles. But I think it is cool. I think it's a big step. The new 3DS is a great holographic... I mean, a better 3D system, like miles better. It's amazing, actually.
Yep.
So that's like a big step in technology. And the games on it are really good. I love all the ports from the N64. The 3D, or last say ports, the 3D remakes are pretty cool from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. All the new Pokemon games. I don't know. It's like, I think Nintendo's kind of going in the direction that handheld is the way to go over consoles.
Yeah, based on that quote, sure sounds like it.
I disagree, but I do respect the 3DS for what it is. I think it's a good
If they could have
handheld.
just improved the resolution on those screens, just by a bit.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt. That would definitely...
I would have liked it a lot more, but man, that resolution's just not that hot.
I can deal with it, but it's... Yeah, no, we do have the technology available to make it better. And by we, I mean Nintendo. My technology is not...
Wii as in Nintendo Wii?
Yeah, Wii as in...
okay.
No, the Nintendo Wii has no technology.
Caden Peters says he really likes his monitor. Brandon.
I don't know what that is. Don't know who that is.
He's got a monitor.
I think he's spamming the chat. I think I'm gonna have to mute him. There we go. Just gonna put him on timeout. I don't know why he's spamming the chat. Don't know why he's spamming the chat with some nonsense. Probably some kid.
Yeah. Well, that does it for that topic. We have another one.
We do. Shane decided he wanted to get a little personal.
A little personal here.
He wanted to get a little personal so you guys get to know a little more about us, our memories, our past with games, with 12 questions, I guess.
Yeah, we're going to go through all the NHL games, and I'm going to tell you what teams I was cheering for during these 12 games.
Important, valid information
Yes.
that everybody needs to know.
Yeah, you guys need to get me.
Yeah, you need to understand Shane's passion for NHL games on the Genesis. No, we're not doing that. We have 12 questions about past experience, just gaming in general, that we're gonna ask each other, and we're gonna give our opinions. So, open us up, Shane.
What is the most rented game of your childhood?
I think there's a toss-up between two, both being on the N64. We owned the original Super Smash Bros., but whenever we would go to hotel, we would still rent it and play it. And, I guess, okay. That was, yeah, we didn't... Oh, I gotta reuse my words here. Whenever we go to hotel, that was the game we would rent. But if we were ever at home, since we owned it, this was definitely rented a lot more. Every freaking time my brother had friends over, they would go down to Microplay when we had that in town, and they would rent Hydro Thunder for the N64. And I was like 5 at the time, but I'd play every time they rented it, and so I'm considering this as me renting it. We'd be downstairs in my brother's room. They would go rent the game and then go pick up candy at the convenience store, and they'd say I could have one thing while they all grabbed 10.
Nice.
And then every time I'd ask for a triple power push pop, because that was just my shit. That was my jam.
Triple power push pop.
The triple power push pop was my thing. And we'd all cram in my brother's room on his bed, on his CRT TV, and play this Hydro Thunder game, which is a terrible game. It's not good.
It's not very good.
But I recently downloaded an emulator for it, which ran fine, and I played it, and I remembered it being so much more. I was thinking about the game before I got this emulator a couple years ago, and I was remembering this cool purple boat, and the graphics were like pretty sweet. These were some pretty awesome graphics.
Heck
the
yeah.
water texture was fucking cool, right?
It looked like real water.
It looked like real water, and the ramps and the shit. It just worked well, and it was a difficult game. I remember too. It was challenging. So I rented this thing, and I played it, and it was so shit.
Yep.
I was actually thoroughly disappointed because I remember having great memories watching and playing this with my brother. The boats didn't look at all what I remember them looking like. I remember looking like pretty damn real. No. They're like shitty polygons. And
Yeah.
They look kind of like boats, I guess.
Yeah, not really.
The water didn't look nearly as amazing. It was just kind of blue. It wasn't like Wave Race had better water than Hydro Thunder.
Yeah.
And the gameplay, the controlling of the boats was shit too. Like you couldn't properly function right. It was like a bad arcade game, was what it boils down to. So that game would be my most rented if you're counting games that I was just a part of.
Yeah, sure, that counts.
Yeah, so that would be mine.
Mine would be a toss-up between Mario Party 2 and NFL Blitz on the 64.
Yeah.
Because with the N64, I was at the age where I started making money.
Wow.
And then I could rent my own games. So we would get together all the time. Every birthday party between me and my buddies, we would rent Mario Party 2 and NFL Blitz. And that's all we would play.
Both great games.
Fantastic games.
Great games.
NFL Blitz, the most fun you can have in a sports game, basically.
I don't know what that game did right. Like, if looking at it, I don't understand why it's good.
It's just fun.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot put my finger on it, though.
Great time. When's the last time you rented a game?
Oh,
And can you name it?
Can I name the last game I rented?
This is a good one for me. I have no idea. I'm going to have to really think this one through.
It would have been in town. It would have been at VideoMax.
Oh, I know what mine is.
Wow, that was quick.
Got it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. It was when they still rented GameCube games at VideoMax. Pokemon Channel. That's the last one I can remember renting.
Nice.
And that's the only experience I have with that game, but it's kind of like a shitty Hey You Pikachu.
Yes.
Even not that Hey You Pikachu's good. It's the GameCube version of Hey You Pikachu, and I remember renting it, and I had a lot of fun with it, because I actually had a lot of fun with Hey You Pikachu, too. And, yeah, I rented it for like a week, and I just marathoned through it for that week. And I don't have much else to say. I think that was the last game I rented.
So the last game I rented, it doesn't really count, but I was playing NHL 10 on my 360, and it knocked over, scratched the disc like crazy. I couldn't play it anymore. So I tried to install it on the 360 so that you wouldn't need the disc to play it anymore. You just put it in, it would recognize it's a disc, all that.
Yeah.
And then I went and rented it, tried it that way. That still didn't work. So that's the last time I rented a game. Before that, it would have been Burnout 3 for PS2.
Oh.
Wicked awesome game.
I've never
So
rented
much
a
fun.
I've never rented a PS2 game.
No?
No.
I didn't rent many. I didn't have a PS2 while it was relevant.
Yeah.
But whatever, your buddies have it and you go and rent a game and whatever.
Yeah, I know my brother did a lot. He rented Spyro all the goddamn time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's there. Next question. Things that you had as a kid that got sold by either you or your parents and you're mad about it.
My
still.
entire N64 collection. It wasn't even sold. She brought it to the thrift shop.
Oh.
I at the time I was so mad because I told her to do it, and I don't know why I did. It was on downstairs. We had like a mini kitchenette type thing, and our N64 was there with all our games just stacked in the corner. And my mom came downstairs and she's like, "Can I take this to the thrift shop? Do you guys play this anymore?" I wasn't paying attention. I was playing with my Mega Bloks or something, hanging out, and I was like, "Yeah, whatever, Mom. Okay." And she bagged it up, and she took it all away. And I've been meaning to get all those games. I'm gonna name them all. I can do it. It was NFL Blitz. It was Hey You Pikachu, Paper Mario, Super Mario. These were all great games that she brought to the thrift shop. Super Mario 64, Extreme G, Excite Bike 64, a Rugrats game.
Ooh.
Who cares? Big title.
I got that here, I think.
You do.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong 64, one of my favorites. Wave Race 64. Perfect Dark. Those are all the big ones anyway.
Solid collection.
So it was such a good... Like, if I still had those now, that's... We never had any of the Mario parties, interestingly enough, but... Man, I am so upset about that. You just kind of re-broke my heart a little. But yeah, that's definitely the worst thing that's ever been sold. That was mine.
See, my mom never took any real interest in my video game stuff. That was all just my stuff.
Yeah.
Clean it up if you're done with it. We're not going to sell it or anything, but whatever, just you're done with it.
Yeah.
But I've had a bunch of rare games on certain titles that back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago, I just sold because I didn't think I needed it anymore.
Brutal.
So I sold a Dreamcast and probably 10 games for like $70, I think.
Okay.
And just the other day, I looked up one of the games that I had because I was interested in getting it again.
Yeah.
It goes for like $190.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
What was the game?
It was called Elemental Gimmick Gear.
190.
And I didn't even like it that much, but it was okay. So I wanted to get it back to see how it was.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $200 for this damn
No,
thing.
fuck. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Man.
So that's one of the bigger ones for sure. I'm still kicking myself that I did that. It really bothers me.
At the time, you don't think about, this is going to be worth something one day.
No.
Right? It's possible.
Never thought it was a cheap game. It didn't get that good reviews. There was just nothing special about it. But
Like, for all we know, Wii Sports could be a big thing someday. That could be a
no,
big money.
It never will.
No.
There's
But
too-
you get the idea,
there's
though. You
too
get the
many
idea.
of them.
It's crazy.
Game you quit that was too hard.
Zelda 1. I've quit Zelda 1 because very recently, actually. Me and Shane played through it, as we've told on the podcast before, and he beat it, and I gave up on like level Dungeon 6. There's an asshole boss. Can't beat him. Just can't do it. I'll probably go back to it. I haven't gave up completely, but for the time being, I just don't want to pick up the game. And that's that. Do you have one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The original Battletoads on NES.
No.
Can't do it.
Can you not do it?
Nope.
I hate that. I really hate that. It's like, I hate setting up for a game and even getting far in it but never beating it. That hurts a little bit. Like, I'm really bummed about Zelda.
Well, you can still go back to it.
I can, but I'm not good enough.
I can help you.
No, that takes away the fun.
Games that you would like to have remastered.
I mean, Not that it would change much, but I'd love to see an HD Paper Mario.
Kind of thought you'd say that.
I knew you thought I would say that. I'm gonna change it though because that was too predictable.
It's a pretty shitty one.
Yeah, because it wouldn't change. It would just be HD. I think it'd be cool. Like, that's in my back pocket for something that'd be cool.
Whatever.
I think. Ooh, I'm gonna think about this one. Do you know what you would?
I would do Super Mario 64.
It's kind of a lame one, don't you?
No,
think?
that would be awesome. I
And
would
HD.
also do Streets of Rage 2.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Have you played? There's a really cool emulator thing for Mario 64 that lets you play multiplayer.
Yeah.
I've played through that whole game with my friend.
Yeah.
Me as Mario, him as Luigi. It works great.
Yeah.
Like, it works really well.
And that would for sure be in a remaster of it, for sure.
Like, that was freaking sweet. And when you say a remaster, they did remake it on the DS.
It's not a remaster.
Like, it is, though.
But it looks worse and it sounds worse, so I wouldn't call it a remaster.
But, like, it is.
No, but it looks worse and it plays worse.
Yeah, but
That's not...
I would love them. I would agree with you. I'd love them to remake.
That's just a port. That's not a remaster.
It's definitely not a port. They
That's
added
a
so
port.
much shit. They added, like, it's actually, like, almost a different game based on what they added.
No.
I'm sorry, could you play as Wario in the first game? Like,
yeah, if you beat it fast enough.
Alright, yeah, you can unlock Waluigi.
Yeah.
If you stand in the fountain for 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
L is real.
L is real, 2041.
It's true.
We're gonna skip over a few of them here.
Fun fact about that L is real statue, it showed up in Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door in the creepy steeple.
Yes, it did.
I thought that was really cool when I was playing through that
very
game.
cool.
I didn't notice it first. I only know, like, my third playthrough of that game, I looked at that statue. I was like, I've seen this before. And then it clicked, and I was like, holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just a little fact.
What is a game that blew your mind the first time you played it? That you just couldn't believe you were actually playing this game?
I feel like whenever you ask me these questions, I always go with, like, the same collection of games. Right?
Yeah?
Like, because you've played so many games. You have this vast library. I've played, like, a niche few. In my world, I've played a good amount of games, but in your world, I've played a very niche, select Nintendo breed of games.
Yes.
But this particular game is not Nintendo. I would say Fable: The Lost Chapters for the Xbox. When I first played through that game, I thought it was the dopest shit on the planet. My friend Riley told me about it. I was never big into games that weren't super cartoony looking at the time. So this was like the first voyage into something else.
Sure.
And yeah, at the time, I've talked about it before, the concept of good and evil and the illusion that your actions affect the game.
Yeah.
They don't really. They kind of do, but, like, not nearly to what it was advertised as. Yeah, that was a big deal. Another game I would say would be Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2. I don't think there is a better third-person shooter in the world. An arcade-style there is no better game than that one. I played through that. The controls, the character selection, the gimmicks of the game, the level design, I think that is a perfect game. Yeah. I think you're going to give me that squinty eye look you have.
Yeah.
It is a perfect game. Like, that is in my top 10 favorite games ever.
Wow.
Which I've never brought up with you before. But I hate shooter games. Why? I'm not good at shooter games. I'm not even good at this one. But holy damn, it's so, the space battles are amazing. The controls, everything worked so well. That blew my mind more than Fable, actually. I'm going to go with that one.
Alright. I can't decide. I've got two that are very solid, and I can't decide which one I think is more impressive. But one of them is Mario 64 for the first time.
Yeah.
Playing that 3D open world thing for the first time.
Yeah.
At that age when you're used to playing the Super Nintendo shit where it's still 2D and all this, mind-blowing. Also, Smash Bros. Melee on GameCube.
Oh.
I had no idea they could fit that amount of content and make it look that pretty on the GameCube. That jump from 64 to GameCube just blew my frickin' mind.
Yeah, I believe you.
It was crazy.
The amount of stuff they added from the original to Melee is incredible. Like, they have, like, 5 times the characters you can unlock.
I still have a hard time believing that they fit all that stuff on one mini disc with 1.4 gigabytes of data.
Yeah, right?
I don't know how they did it.
It's pretty crazy, but still, they did it. Which is why it's such a freaking renowned game.
Yep. Well, we'll do one more. We're running out of time here fast.
Okay.
What's a rumor you fell for?
Damn.
And fell hard.
Yeah, I was hoping you would ask this one because I don't know. Do you have one?
Yes.
Please.
Oh, man. There was so many rumors when I was a kid about Sonic being in Super Mario World.
Oh, okay, no, that I got one. Yeah.
Which, it's stupid. If I would have been smart at all.
You
as a
just
kid,
have the
it would have
least shred of intelligence.
Yeah. But the problem is, you get this kid 2 grades ahead of you. It's like, yeah, you get Sonic in that game yet? No.
I did.
Oh, man, I did. It's awesome.
Fuck that guy.
Oh,
I know
shit.
that kid.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yep.
He's the guy who convinced me you can, like, Master Hand in Smash Bros. 1.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Stuff like that. And like eventually you start to understand that all this stuff is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I caught on in the GameCube for the Smash Bros. For GameCube mainly. There's those 2 empty slots for hidden characters.
Yeah.
So many people said it was Sonic and Tails, and this just escalated even higher when Sega was shutting down their whole Dreamcast thing, and Sonic games were going to start appearing on the GameCube and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was sort of believable.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. So I kind of fell for that one too.
Yeah. My biggest one was definitely the first Smash Bros. It was all these rumors. You can play as Master Hand if whatever bullshit that was, and you can also play as Metal Mario if you do whatever bullshit that was. And I remember that Metal Mario thing. Holy shit, I wanted to play as him because that sound he makes when he walks, like whatever. And you could unlock his stage. I heard that too.
Oh.
I thought that would all be like, because that was a cool stage.
Yeah.
Like, man, I was so pumped, and I was just doing all the most random shit to try and make it happen, and I could not do it. And eventually, I picked up on like when the internet became a thing.
Yes.
I was like, oh, you're all lying to me.
Yeah, you guys are all a lying sack of shit.
And
All of you.
I also remembered from Melee, there was another rumor that Crazy Hand would appear.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And I didn't believe it because all the others were lies. That one was true. There was a Crazy Hand if you beat it in a certain amount of time, which I was mad because that kind of reconvinced me that the other rumors were true.
Yeah.
So I kind of went back to that and then
Sure.
did some Googling, and then I solidified all my information.
All right, so we're going to get to the news.
Um.
We're going to start with my favorite piece of news, No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah, really big game coming out soon. Actually, I think it came out.
It did.
It did come out.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, Shane's really been playing a lot of it lately.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this game. It's another one of those games that just blew my mind at how good it was.
It forever expanding. Every part of it's different.
It's amazing. It's ever changing. The developers have really been involved post-launch.
They've been very interactive with their consumers.
Yeah, they help you out. You can meet them in the game sometimes. They give you Sonic and Mario ship items.
You can play as Master Hand.
You can play as Master Hand here.
It's fucking crazy.
It's a wild game. No, that's it. We're going to move on to our fighting.
Video game fights! How this works is me and Shane have both picked what we consider a low tier and a high tier character, and we're going to pit them against each other. My low tier against his low tier, my high tier against his high tier, and we're going to talk out who wins. If you guys disagree with our outcome, please state so in the chat with your argument.
And just so you know, I'm winning this week.
He is apparently winning this week. So, Mr. Confidence, would you like to share with me your low tier?
My low tier is probably the coolest dinosaur in video games, Yoshi. No, come on. You didn't do it. This could not happen already. Son of a bitch.
I picked
Really?
Yoshi. I picked Yoshi.
Oh, what?
I picked Yoshi.
I didn't even write Yoshi down here. I wrote egg.
I didn't plan this either. I picked
Oh,
Yoshi.
man.
Fuck.
Well, I clearly win because I said it first.
See, but I picked the blue Yoshi.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. I picked the Paper Mario Yoshi.
Oh, Scrap? Oh, I guess he's not actually called Scrap. That's what I called him.
You can name him whatever you want.
I'm talking about, like, the full-fledged adult Yoshi.
Well, that's a wash.
Go
Good
back.
work.
I can't. That's
Really?
not,
5 episodes? Of
yeah,
that
I can't believe that was so fast.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Well, so much for that.
I cannot stress enough how we did not plan that. Like, that was not staged. Wow. That's a tie. We gotta do that a tie.
Hey, that's as tie as you get.
I'll open up my second one just in case it happens again. I joked about it earlier, but I actually decided to go with it. My high tier is Mike Tyson.
You went with it.
My high tier is Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Just because he's pretty badass. Like, I can't deny that.
Yeah.
He's definitely a high tier.
He's one of my favorite athletes of all time.
There you go. I'm a big fan of Usain Bolt.
Are you?
I like speed.
Yeah, that's all he's got is speed.
Yeah, but a lot of it. Your high tier.
Yeah.
Is your high tier Usain Bolt?
Yeah, but he hasn't appeared in a video game yet, so that kind of...
No, he is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Is he?
Little do you know.
Oh, so he
Yeah.
likes chili dogs.
He's a really big fan of chili dogs.
Okay. Well, my high tier, I was supposed to think of a different one, but I didn't. So it's going to be a Deathclaw from Fallout, because that's what I originally picked.
Good, because I know
Which is-
nothing about that.
It's basically a giant version of a velociraptor that can just rip you apart. So,
Counter argument. I have opposable thumbs. I can sky uppercuts.
See-
the fuck.
the problem with Tyson is he's so short and he's got short arms, which are still longer than the Deathclaw's arms.
I think you're throwing me a bone here, but I think we both know you're pterodactyls.
No, I have a hard time letting Mike Tyson lose here, so I'm trying to come up with something.
Are we switching
If
characters?
if he can land that one punch, which he's known for, the left hook, maybe.
Sure, but you're up there. I like how we're making arguments for each other.
Yeah.
You're a bird, right? You're up there.
Yeah.
I can only jump so high.
Okay, and is this Mike Tyson in his prime, or is it Mike Tyson now?
I'd say this is Mike Tyson in his prime.
Okay.
This is not old Mike
So we're
Tyson.
talking like 89 Mike Tyson.
There you go. Yeah. And I don't think he could he's pretty tough.
He is a tough mofo.
But if you're gonna, but this is like, let's say he gets that punch in on this bird.
It's not a bird.
Pterodactyl.
I didn't say pterodactyl.
Deathclaw.
I said
Deathclaw.
velociraptor. Like a
Velociraptor.
velociraptor. Do you even know dinosaurs?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I watched.
Do you even dinosaur, bro?
I watched a lot of Land Before Time when I was a kid, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I saw the original Land Before Time when it was relevant. Not the 25 spin-offs.
I've seen all of them.
Have you?
I've seen every. Not
Have
even
you
kidding.
actually?
Yeah, I've seen every Land Before Time.
See, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen the last probably 10.
I shouldn't say that. I don't know what all the new ones are, if there even are new ones.
I think they are. I think just a few years ago I saw they had a new one.
Okay, then I guess I haven't. But I've seen up to the. They go to that island and meet the little dude.
Yep, I saw that one.
Yeah, I saw that.
That might have been the last one.
Yeah,
I
I
saw.
think that might be the last one I saw too.
Okay, so we're okay, sure.
Whatever. Yeah. Let's say even you punch this thing. I punch this thing. I think it's still okay. I think it's still gonna rip the shit.
Okay. Are we talking Mike Tyson when he's showing up for a fight, or Mike Tyson in '89 when he was hanging out with all his bitches and hoes in New York? He might have weapons on him at this point.
No, we're going standard Mike Tyson.
We're going-
Boxing gloves. He's no weapons. In his
Just
prime.
boxing
In his
gloves?
prime is boxing. That's all he has. That's Mike Tyson.
Then there's just not a chance it can happen.
I can't say Mike Tyson with a knife and a rocket launcher That's not the same. I was kind of hoping you'd pick something a little more human.
In the same universe here.
Yeah, but I can't even make a good argument here.
Well, we could change it to Link.
We can't change it now.
No, I used Link already. Did I use Link?
I think you did.
I don't know.
I used Ganondorf. I don't want to change it. I feel like we have to
Okay.
go with whatever's said.
Yeah, that's a very bad matchup.
I mean, this was bound to happen after last week's perfect matchup.
Yeah.
So I can take the.
Yeah, we really shit the bed.
Yeah, we really
This
went.
one?
Yeah, 2 Yoshis.
2 Yoshis.
I didn't even notice you wrote egg here.
I wrote egg. I wrote Yosh, and then I didn't do the I. Scribbled it out and put egg.
So technically, you just picked egg.
Technically, I picked a Yoshi egg.
So I think I can eat you. Like tongue.
Is Mike Tyson eating eggs for breakfast?
Always.
Or is this
protein,
Mike Tyson not eating eggs for breakfast?
This is Mike Tyson eating eggs for breakfast. That'll do it for video game fights. If you have any argument or anything to even say about that, go ahead. We're going to move on to our last segment, which is going to be the Hall of Shame. I'm interested to what Shane has to say this week. I feel like my answer is predictable based on what I've been talking about.
Is it a GameCube game?
It's a GameCube game.
Oh, shocker.
Oh, right. I picked a Wii game last time.
Did you?
I picked Galaxy, which was well served. But I guess I'll open up. This is a game I've been bitching about for a while because the internet's been bitching about it since ever. Star Fox Adventures. I owned this game when I was younger, and I traded it for like iNinja or something else which was equally ungood. And I wanted it back because I love the Zelda games, and this is a Star Fox skin, but it plays like a Zelda game. I'm not huge. I like Star Fox. I've never been huge into it. It's fine. It's good. It's all right.
You're not a big fan of the Star Fox.
No, I'm very indifferent on the Star Fox.
You're very the indifferent Star Fox.
I'm very the indifferent. Yeah. So I thought I would like this game because it plays like a Zelda game, but it's really mediocre. Like even when you don't, if this game was released as Dinosaur Planet, like it was originally supposed to, and not Star Fox Adventures, and you looked at it like a Zelda game and not like a Star Fox game, which is the reason people bitch about it, because it's not what they expected.
Yeah. Taking
that whole thought process away and looking at it like a story-driven Zelda-like game, it's still like a 4 out of 10. It plays, the controls are awkward, for one. It's kind of stiff. It kind of feels like it should be on the N64 based on how you move. It's not fluid. The combat is so boring.
Yeah.
It's really boring. Like Zelda, you have some like options. You have some like maneuverability. This game, you just hit A. You will stand. You hit A, and that's combat. There's nothing fancy you can add. You can use the fire in your staff, but that doesn't do much. It's not that creative. And this is like on the console that Twilight Princess came out on, which had great combat. That was a fantastic Zelda game. But yeah, so it's awkward. The voice acting in this game is Sonic levels of bad. It's
yeah.
Wow, it's so bad. The audio engineering in it just wasn't good, like for one, and the actual just voice acting is poor as shit. And it really takes you out of the game. It makes you feel like it's like I'm playing a piece of shit. Not
for one, they rushed it.
Yeah.
Big time.
Fair
to
enough.
Come out for Christmas, which was huge. And two, yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a Star Fox game. They just decided, hey, this is going to sell better if we call it Star Fox. Slap that shit on there, we'll be good to go.
Yeah, there you go.
So that never works out good.
Apparently not. And I haven't played through the whole game yet. I'm like 3 levels in, I think. I made it to whatever, I don't know where I am. And I don't know, I'm not enjoying it. I'm playing through it because I want to say I played through it. But I'm not like having the most fun I've had with the game. So that's going to be my Hall of
That's
Shame.
worthy of the list.
Yeah, I'm putting
For
that up
me,
first.
we're going with a 360 game.
Okay.
That I was late to the party on this game for one.
Okay.
Late to the party. Decided I really wanted to get this game. I drove to Winnipeg, 40 minutes away, to get this game.
Okay.
I was there a few weeks before that. There was about 13 used copies at EB Games. It would have been fine. I get there, not a single game available.
Oh.
So I go to Microplay, see if they got it. No, they don't. Check out a different store, they don't got it. At this point, I'm pissed off. And I'm with my girlfriend at the time, and I'm genuinely pissed off about this. And she looks at me like I am a complete retard, that I'm having a hard time not buying this game today because I really wanted to get it.
Yeah.
So, whatever, fast forward a couple weeks later, I decided to go and buy it. And it's RPG. It's a vast, huge game that I should have been... I was stoked for. I thought it was going to be a great time. I played it for a few hours. Turned it off. I thought, you know what? That was good, right? That was a good game. Played it the next day. No, don't like it. Played it again the next day. Never played it again. Done with this thing.
Wow.
Complete shit. The worst gameplay in an RPG I've ever played. And it's the Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
I knew it. I saw it coming as soon as...
Hate this game so much.
Knew it.
The only positive thing I have to say about it is the music was fine. Music wasn't terrible. Also, the way you progress in that game, the more you jump, the better your jump is. The more you swim, the better your swimming is.
Yep.
It progressed in the way that you would naturally progress if you were doing these things.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
No, I like games that do that.
I had ideas that I was going to do where I would leave it on all night and I would just put something on the stick so it would be like swimming in this pond forever.
Yeah, okay.
Ideas like that, but I never got that far because the gameplay was so clumsy and clunky and just the worst you can imagine. Hated it.
Is this why you haven't played Skyrim?
Yeah.
That's the reason?
That is the reason I can't do Skyrim, and everybody says I need to try it and like it. And one of my closest friends is playing it, and he thinks I would enjoy it. And if he thinks I would enjoy it, then I probably would. So I might play it.
Well, you hear Skyrim praised a lot more than Oblivion. Just a lot more.
Yeah.
So...
And I've owned Skyrim about 14 times, and I've never played it.
You've had it on your... Yeah. Brutal stuff. I knew you were going to say that. I
Yep.
saw that coming. I think we both had a predictable answer this week.
We did.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for tonight's First Strike GameCast. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and your participation in the chat. Hopefully next week we're going to have some cool stuff to talk about. And I'm talking some seriously cool stuff.
Yes.
It needs
It needs to be here.
it needs to be here for us to talk about it. But Shane's got a guy, and he's bringing some stuff, hopefully, by the time the next podcast rolls out. Anyway, that's going to do it this week. Thank you, everyone, for coming out.
So we're going to open with the news.
No Man's Sky. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Have a great night, and we'll see you guys next week, Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. CST.